Well, in this video is just some of the things you can expect if you work in retail, grocery stores, or department stores. Or any type of minimum wage hell, right? Well, what can you expect? Are your managers going to be decent people? Maybe. A lot of times they won't be. When I was working at a restaurant 25 years ago, we had this one lady, her child was injured, and she had to go to the hospital. She asked the supervisor if she could be off, take off and see her child, take care of her child. The manager's response, her response was, what's more important, your job or your child? Yeah, that's how they think. And I have many jobs where, you deal with that crap. They actually believe that working as some minimum wage hellhole should be very important to you. And then, of course, you got those stupid personality profiles. Those are the type of jobs that really ask you those stupid personality questions. Stupid crap. Do you get angry? Do you get mad? Do you get upset? Bull crap. Those tests are nothing, but they believe in it. They'll tell you, oh, it works, though. It works. Of course, because you're seeing what you want to see. It's called self-fulfilling prophecy. You believe it works, so you're only going to see the positive in it. To confirm, confirmational bias crap. But anyways, customers, oh man, you want to talk about, when I was working at McDonald's, which is the restaurant I used to work at. I'm not saying McDonald's is the only one like this. They're all like that. Restaurants are restaurants, pretty much. I was working there, the place got robbed, and I mentioned in another video, one night the place was robbed. I wasn't there that night, thankfully. But, you deal with this at a lot of jobs. You learn quickly the difference between men and women when you work retail, grocery stores, and I'm going to get into that right now. Grocery stores and department stores. Okay, this is what happened. Okay, now both of them, their spouses want them to quit or work in a more safer location. The men were like, well, I can't work here because my wife doesn't want me here because she's worried about me, she loves me, she doesn't want me to get hurt, so I have to quit, I have to leave. The women, men are so bad, they think they have to control our lives, they want this and that, my husband's telling me this, I can't work here anymore because he's blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that was a difference. I was working at a department store. And you'll get this at a department store. Oh, hey honey, hey baby, hey sweetie, hey dear, hey darling, oh, do you have a girlfriend? You say that question, ask any of that to them, you get called in HR like that in a heartbeat. You ask them any of those same questions, those women will rip your heart out. And then women want to tell us that they're better. Neither gender is really better if you think about it, but come on. I remember working at a grocery store. This one girl always had to give her little I hate men speech. I hate men, blah, blah, blah. How she... women do that all the time. They can get away with it. Just like, if you Google, go on YouTube, type in I hate white people, you'll see a lot of these black folks doing the same type of stuff in the streets, and, like Philadelphia, Chicago, and stuff. Nobody does anything about it. If white supremacists do that, they go nuts. Well, it's the same thing with her. She's running around. Of course, management ain't going to say nothing because it's a woman. If it was a man saying he hated women and stuff, he'd be out on his ass. But, she's doing this nonsense. And one day I'm bagging groceries for this one cashier, this cashier turns to her and says, I want to break up with my boyfriend. And she's like, what? He's like, oh yeah, I understand. He's being mean and rude and everything. He's like, no, he's just always so nice. He's complimenting me and stuff, and that's just annoying to me. I looked at that girl, the man hater, and said, typical female, and walked off. Because you do hear that a lot. But you get that it's mainly that level. Not all women are like that. That level, working in those type of places, you're going to more likely find them. I'm not saying that all of women that work in retail and all that are like that. But I'm just saying, you are more likely. The managers think they're gods. Okay, a lot of those managers and supervisors, they think they're gods. You having a vacation, they get mad if you don't want to come in on your time off. And then you always have this one employee that doesn't do any work at all, doesn't do nothing, does jack crap, but the supervisors love him, and it's going to be a him. Okay, I've never worked at a place where a female is not doing anything. They usually work. In my experience, you may experience something else. I've never worked at a place where the women workers were lazy, where the female workers were lazy. it's almost always the male workers that tend to be lazy. I mean, and then there's that, and of course you get that one, as I'm saying, doesn't do nothing. But that person's kind of worshipped by the management. They go hide in the bathroom, don't work, or do very little work. The rest of us have to make up for their work. And of course the pay sucks. The customers, oh man, working at McDonald's is a good example of the customers. That's the place, I mean, they look down on you, they act like you're nothing, like you're dirt, like you're beneath them. You go to certain restaurants, they don't even, a lot of them don't even want to tip. And it ain't no African American thing or women thing or male thing. There are a lot of people who don't tip. It has nothing to do with the color of their skin or what they have between their legs. Some people just don't know how to tip or care. They don't realize that these people are making less than minimum wage if they work in those type of restaurants. Work at McDonald's or Burger King or Popeyes or any of those places. I mean, come on. You want to see customers that are rude. They expect their food like that, and I can't. And I worked at the grill. I rarely worked at the restaurant, but you can only move so fast. And if the place is packed up, busy, I don't care if you're going to McDonald's. I don't care where you go. You're not getting your food that fast, okay? And I remember this one guy who was kind of drunk. He ordered fries for somebody else's child. Of course, the mother wasn't too happy about it because he thought the guy was kind of weird. Now this was the day I was working in the restaurant. I asked him, is it small, medium, or large? I didn't see what size fries he gave the little brat, the little kid. He starts getting upset with me. I'm like, okay, maybe I should just charge this bastard large fries and make him pay the full price, which is what I did. I mean, jerk. Of course, you will expect. I never did it but they drop the food on the floor and then pick it up and give it to the customers. I've seen this at restaurants. I've never seen anyone spit in the food or any of that stuff. I've never seen it. I doubt anyone ever actually does it, or rare that they do it. If they do, that's going to be prison. You're going to deal with some stuck-up fellow employees that think they are geniuses. I mean, they think they know everything. They got life figured out. It's like, okay, if you're so smart, why are you working at this minimum wage job? Why don't you become president? You know more than any politician. You act like you know more than everybody else out there. Why don't you do something with all this? You're so freaking smart. And of course, if you're a janitor or housekeeper like I was, people like to poop on the floor or the toilet seats. They don't realize people have to clean it up. They vomit in the dang sinks and all that other filth. They look down on you because you have to clean up that junk. I don't care who you are. You have no right to look down on anybody. Okay? I don't care who you are. Except for the criminals, I have no problem looking down on criminals. But other than that, there's no point looking down on anybody. Retail, it's not really bad. Working in retail, grocery stores or restaurants is not bad in itself. Just the people you deal with. Oh man, I could tell you hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of stories. I'm not going to because I can't remember every last one of them. But I mean, I dealt with, you deal with these people. A lot of times you deal with these people. In this case, it's mainly going to be females. I tell it like it is. I tell people off and all that crap. When you do that, you're someone else's entertainment. People will purposely try to get you angry so they can laugh at you. Okay? They want to laugh at you. You're entertainment for someone else. When you have to tell it as it is, or I'm going to tell him about himself. You're basically someone's entertainment. Just look around. Everybody's laughing at you. Not laughing with you. You think they're laughing with you, but they're not. And they're pretending to be your friends so they can get you to do that crap. You may say, well, I don't care if they do that. Well, you may not, but guess what? If you're disrespected, don't expect to get promotions or anything, okay? Have fun bagging groceries or running a restaurant for the rest of your life, because that's what you're going to do. You're not going to get promoted. Very unlikely. If you do, you won't last long. Men aren't likely to do that. They are more likely to go behind your back and cause problems. They want, like, I worked at a grocery store. You have these older men, they like the female cashiers, 16, 17-year-olds. So they go to the management and get you in trouble so they can have more time with these cashiers. Or try to get you to do other stuff. And then you get that military guy, been in the military, plans to go to the military, and he's working minimum wage. And he has to, we do this way, we do it that way. Why are you doing this? Why are you sweeping the floors? Let's see. I'm allowed to sweep the floors without being asked. They actually expect you to do that. This is not the military where you have to have permission to take a dump. Okay? I mean, I respect people in the military, but come on, you're not in the military anymore. There's a reason why people in the military don't last long when they become teachers. A lot of them don't. Police officers and people in the military generally do not last. Not all of them. I mean, I'm not saying everyone, but most of them do not last long. There's a reason why. There's a reason why when teachers become police officers, they'll say they prefer to be police officers. You can see this on cops. And of course, if you've been a teacher, you witness it. But you know, because I remember this 19-year-old kid, little brat. I was in college, like 22 or whatever years old. You know, I'm sweeping the floor at the grocery store. I've been there for 4 years. He's barely been there 6 months. Why are you sweeping the floor? Like, first off, you're not in charge. Second off, there's nothing to do up front. There are no customers in here right now. I can sweep the floors, okay? That's part of the job description. He's talking to his buddies, so he's trying to impress them. Then, of course, you get some guys that have been in the military, and this is mostly what you get working in restaurants. They've been in the military. They're usually friendly. Most of the people that have been in the military are friendly. But you get some of them, they're like this. And this is a male thing, okay, more than anything else. They're going to be all stiff. You do get women that are stiff, but they're not going to be as much of a jerk as the men are going to be. Both genders are jerks. Women would try to get you fired for over their stupid, pettiest little things. Customers, you know, you're supposed to have the doors closed after, you know, the mall closes at 10 o'clock. You have the doors closed, and some females like, well, I got to go in and cut through the store because I'm parked out in that parking lot. Well, I'm not allowed to unlock the doors and let you in. Besides, I don't have the dang gum key. And then they go and call and try to get you fired. Of course, they can't get you fired for it because you're doing your job. It's like, if you're going to go to the mall, make sure you use the restroom as often as you can and watch out for the time. Nobody's obligated to let you cut through their store, okay? That's how it is when you work at those type of places. I remember working you work at these grocery stores, you know, it's time to close. We had these two African-American ladies coming in. And, you know, I looked at my watch as they came in. It was about 9:58, 2 minutes before closing. They're like, oh, don't worry, we're going to be out before you. And they were kind of being rude about it, though. I don't really care. I get off at 10 no matter what. And as soon as it was 10, they're at the register. And I had already clocked out. And I was walking out. And they're like, see, we told you we were going to keep you. Well, I was like, hey, I'm going home. I don't care. And I remember another time, I'm carrying a whole bunch of carts. I don't cut through, because you deal a lot of customer crap. More than anything you deal with customer crap. Carrying carts, and these African Americans, if you scratch my car, I want to sue, blah, blah, and they go out searching their car. Like, hey, dumbass, you think I'm going to carry 15 carts through this much space? I mean, space barely enough for those carts. You're an idiot. And then when I worked at Pick and Save, yeah, Pick and Save was the place. Department store. Oh man, this white lady, racist white lady, obnoxious, racist piece of trash. Okay, this black dude, much taller than I am, 6 feet tall, over 6 feet, like 6'2", 6'3". Okay, she wants something on. She wants something on the top shelf. He's about to get, and all he had to do is reach like this, and it's a heavy item. And this guy's, you know, muscular, muscle bound type of dude too. Okay, he's about to get it, and she gets upset. Says, no, I want him to get it. Talking about me. Like, what the hell? Of course, the manager just calls him to the back, and I had to get it, and she decides she didn't want it, and she leaves. And then, of course, I get called in the back, and you might be thinking that we're in trouble, right? No, the manager's laughing his ass off, and they all are. And you get, it's another thing you get in a department store. You get, you know, one of the things we get is thieves, shoplifters. Now, they call us the cash and shoplifters. You get, and this is again guy thing. The guys were running after them. Not me. I walk. We had at least one shoplifter had a gun, another one had a knife, and another one that came back after he got out of jail and threatened the people that had him arrested. I was not going to be part of none of that. I do not chase shoplifters. Don't get paid enough. Minimum wage is not enough money to get stabbed or shot. Sorry. No amount of money is. And we had, I mean, you have this one 15-year-old girl stealing a box of condoms. Another guy eating donuts in the aisle. Another guy trying to shoplift and runs right into the door and knocks himself out cold. I mean, you see shoplifting like crazy when you work at department and grocery stores. I mean, shoplifting is like that thing, that bread and butter. And they never get away with it. Well, They almost never get away with it. When you get employees that gossip, they love to gossip, talk about people behind their backs. Let me tell you a little something, okay? That crap is going to get around. Never say, I don't care where you're at, what you're doing, never say anything about anyone that you don't want everyone else to know about. You do not want to do that. Ever. Alright? Not a good idea. Not smart. I mean, there's so much more I could say in this video. But, you know, I'm going to have to end this now. Feel free to like, subscribe. Feel free to watch my other videos. Thanks.